Hello everyone. At the request of fans, here we go. I'm going to disassemble this engine completely. Well, let's take a look at it more intuitively. What are the internal parts like inside? And the role of each part. Fortunately, before disassembling, let me introduce you the components of this engine. Well, the top one is outside the valve chamber. The middle piece is the middle cylinder, also called cylinder head. And this is the cylinder. And that's the oil pan down there. And then on the side there's the oil pump, also called side shell. Okay, so you can take a look at this valve cap. The 4 holes above are for installing spark plugs. This position is for installing the VVT valve. The hole in the back is where this camshaft is installed. Sensor. Okay, I'm going to disassemble the engine. Let's take a look at the internal parts more intuitively. Okay, first of all, let's take this valve cap off. Okay, when you open the door, after the lid is open, 2 camshafts. One is an intake camshaft, one is the exhaust camshaft. This is the timing chain. Okay, next we remove the oil pan. After the oil pan is removed, we can see here the crankshaft and the connecting rods. Okay, after the oil pan is removed, we're going to dismantle this side shell next. That's the oil pump. After the good oil pump is removed, as you can see, this is the confirmation of the engine. Okay, next, let's remove the tail cover of this camshaft. Take the camshaft off. After the camshaft is removed, so here we see the top column of the valve. The intake is divided into it. Exhaust is also divided into it. Okay, so we're going to take out the steel head screws. Lift the steel head down. When removing the steel head screw, when we dismantle, we start from both sides of the steel head screw. When installing, we are the opposite of disassembling. It's from the middle. Start packing on both sides. Cylinder head. Once removed, we can see this intake and exhaust valve. Each cylinder has 4 valves, 2 vents, 2 intakes. You can take a look. The carbon deposition in this cylinder is also relatively serious. The cylinder wall is also strained. You can see this. When the crankshaft turns, the piston moves up and down. This 1 cylinder and 4 cylinder run up and down at the same time. The 2nd and 3rd cylinders also run up and down at the same time. Its workflow is: when the piston goes down, intake valve open. After the piston reaches the lower fulcrum, intake valve closed. Then the piston goes to the upper fulcrum. Compress. When compressed to top dead center, spark plugs start working. Start ignition. That burst of power drives the piston down. And the piston goes up. Exhaust valve open and let the exhaust out. That's a 4-stroke engine, right? Next, remove the connecting rod shingle cover of the piston. Take the piston out. When everyone disassembles this tail cover, don't get this order wrong. After this piston is removed, this tail cover should also be installed on it. Don't confuse the 2 orders. Okay, after the piston is removed, the next step is to remove the crankshaft. Okay, there are 2 more pieces of paper in the middle. Okay, next video, I'll sort through the disassembled parts. Wait to see how much aluminum and how much air you can get.